What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Party Chat. I'm Matt, that's Ash, that's Dan.
Gents.
How is everyone on this fine, blistery Wednesday evening?
Pleased to be indoors.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this time of year, don't be going out and being all healthy. Stay in and watch our content.
And then play video games.
And then play video games.
Yeah.
And then come back and watch our content.
Yeah.
Watch our content of us playing video games. Oh, for God's sake, Dan. So, anyway, beyond destroying
the set.
The set. Well, the set's a strong word for it.
Yeah, it would be.
Party Chat is a weekly show where the three of us get together for about 10-15 minutes and discuss something video game related. It could be something news related, like this week's will be, or it could be lists, or even last week's where we talked about sexy video game characters. Wide-ranging conversations we have here every Wednesday.
Yes, I would say so.
So if you do like listening to people ramble on about video games, you can find out everything else that we do as well on our website, thegameinitiative.com. The link to that is in the description down below. So, this week, we're going to talk, like I said, a bit more news related. This week was an announcement from Bethesda, well actually technically it's last week now, that they will be attending E3 this year, 2016, which was a bit surprising because we thought that they wouldn't be doing, so they did it last year as an exception because of Fallout 4, but... And in addition to that, we had the week before that, EA announcing that they won't be attending E3, or they won't be having a booth there, and rather than holding their conference at E3, they're going to hold their own event called EA Play right next door to E3. So I figured we could kind of talk a little bit about those, what that means for each company, but then as a whole, how important actually is E3 and the rest of these conventions for their publishers? Because obviously we're seeing a shift in media over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It really is shifting, and how important are these events? So first up, let's talk about Bethesda. So they are coming, they are holding another conference. These conferences are generally about an hour to 90 minutes long. Last year they spent about half an hour talking about Fallout, so a long time. What on earth could they possibly be talking about this year now that they don't have Fallout 4? So do you think that means that a new Elder Scrolls is going to be announced? Or do you think that's a bit early for that? Do you think they're going to rely on Fallout 4 DLC?
Yeah.
We know that Doom is already coming out before E3, so they can't talk about Doom.
True.
Unless Doom gets delayed.
They've literally just announced it.
I don't think they will.
Yeah,
delay
I mean,
it,
if they'd
especially,
announced it as like May, like last year, then it's possible, but they just literally announced it last week.
Yeah.
So there's no way that... Well, I say there's no way, there's every way they could delay it, but it seems highly unlikely. So they've got Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a focus on the DLC for Fallout.
Fallout 4 DLC is definitely going to be a big thing there.
Yeah, I think so.
But how long can they spend talking about... I mean, hearing about a new game, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Talking about an existing game and all the new content they're bringing, you can't spend that long on that, really. Because the conference got to be sharp and quick and exciting, lots of new things. So on the back of this, realistically, they've got to have a lot of new stuff in development that we don't know about.
Maybe. I mean, it'd be great if they have. I think, they are quickly, quickly becoming, a very big name. And they've been around a while, but they are quickly becoming that big name in games. They're up there with the sort of rock stars and others that are producing, AAA big titles that are selling, phenomenal numbers. So I think potentially we might see something very new and surprising from them.
Be interesting to see. I'm excited. I'm always excited for these E3, whether or not it is important or not. The bottom line is I like watching these conferences because you get to hear lots of new stuff, see stuff for the first time, and it's always...
Yeah, it's exclusive, isn't it?
It is. It is exciting to get all of that information in one go rather than it being spread out over weeks. To be kind of like... It's almost too much in a way.
Too much excitement.
My hands hurt after writing about E3 this year because there was like so many conferences and everyone has announces like 20 new things. So
It's like an overload of blue Smarties.
It is. My mum, when I was younger, used to not let me eat blue Smarties because she said they used to make you hyper.
What
Yeah.
do I?
Was that ever true?
I didn't think it was ever proven.
Did
but
Mythbusters ever solve
it was
that?
something to
Yeah.
do with the colouring,
It was,
wasn't it?
yeah, it was to do with the that particular E number used
Yeah.
in the colouring.
Yeah.
Was
I
one that
remember it.
apparently
Yeah.
could make people hyper.
I remember people, going on and on about it.
Because I remember when they brought Blue Smarties back or whatever,
Everyone's
like being the run on TV was something like, yeah, it was basically like cartoony or whatever. I can't remember. It was like, hey guys, I'm safe now, or whatever. You know, and, like I can join in again.
Anyway, we digress. Yeah.
Talking about Smarties is just as important as talking about video games. One of the more underrated chocolates, I feel, Smarties. They've kind of been forgotten about now.
We'll find the answer.
So, E3,
Yeah.
EA, what do you think of this move?
Yeah.
EA have been a long-standing tradition that they've been at E3. E3 has been going on for 20 years. EA is one of the largest publishers in the world. Now,
They must have been around for those early days.
they must have been.
Were they? They must
Well,
have
they were
been.
still, they were releasing FIFA in the mid-90s, so
Yeah.
they've been around for a long, long time. I don't know what
Yeah.
year they formed, but
It's one of the founding fathers of E3.
probably.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So, they're not going to have a booth there, which I've never been to E3, surprisingly. They keep forgetting to invite us, despite being distinguished members of the press.
Hello.
We'll still accept our press passes for this year, though. That's right. And first-class flights out to LA.
Yeah, get that red carpet
Yeah.
hoovered.
I've already got my tux from dry cleaning back. So yeah, they're not going to be there, which is interesting. Maybe Bethesda take their slot now. Maybe not quite as big because their booth will probably get taken up by multiple other things. But anyway, they're going out on their own. They're going to also have a conference now on the Sunday before E3, which is what Bethesda did last year for the first time. Their event is called EA Play. And everything's going to be there. It's going to be open to the public, so it's not press only. So I was like, come here, play our games, enjoy them.
I think...
Why do you think they've made this move?
Because they're getting bigger.
Do you think it's more so that they can?
I think they want to grow. They clearly they want to grow and be known for more than sports games. They want to be known for more than just doing these very predictable games year on year. And I think they clearly do have a lot more to offer. They've introduced EA Access recently. I think we will see a lot more from them, and they probably want to become a big name on a standalone and not be just another. Sort of studio, effectively.
Would you not say they're already like the biggest name, along with Activision? But then again, Activision never attend E3 on their own. They jump on with Microsoft or Sony normally, don't they? They don't have a big presence there themselves because why pay? I mean, obviously, first up, I think it's probably quite expensive to be at E3. So they're probably saving money while still being able to do exactly what they did. It's very interesting.
I'm sure money has got something to do with it. It always has.
Yes, but now they can control exactly what they can say, how long they're going to say it for. I would imagine these conferences they have set times and everything, but now they can do a lot more conversations. They can show off a lot more games, and I think it begs the question: are these kind of organised events by third parties, like the individuals who run E3, I think they're called Entertainment Software or something. Are they gonna struggle to keep hold of these people? We've seen Sony set up their own thing. We've seen Nintendo over the last few years not attend E3 because they do their Nintendo Directs. We now see EA going away and doing their own EA Play. Do you think people like Microsoft follow in the future and set up their own event?
I reckon they probably will, because I think at the end of the day, it's not the conference itself, as in like the event, let's say E3, that's the important thing for the companies here. It's just having a press or a press and public event in which they can, display what's coming up.
Yep.
There are important things there, and then obviously you get other announcements throughout the year, and that always happens. But it's like, right, here's information, we're giving it to you now, disseminate it out into the public how you will, but like this is it kind of thing, and they just want those events because obviously rumours swirl all the time, and then the internet turns the rumour into truth and stuff like that. And before you get to these events, there's usually something that a section of the internet is angry or annoyed about that isn't actually happening.
Yeah.
And it's these moments in which companies can usually come out and set the record straight on stuff.
It's also, I think, I don't know, correct me if you think I'm looking at this maybe too much, but E3 came around in the 90s before the internet was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't need to go to this big convention to have your conference. You could have it in a tiny little room and just stream it to everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't rely on press now writing up. Back in the day, it was magazines and everything.
Well, that's just what I was going to say. You don't need to go and get your PlayStation or your Xbox magazine to find out what happened at E3.
Yeah.
You can watch it live.
Exactly. So that's honestly a way. The way that gamers now receive preview coverage, effectively, is a better word, and announcements has completely changed. And I think the power of the internet means they're starting to think, we don't need to do this. EA's Play, by the sound of it, is going to be, because it's open to the public, so it's going to be much more of a, it's almost like an experience for their
it's marketing
customers and their fans to come along.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, EA as big as they are, if they have this just all-out event. They have a few maybe sports names that go along to promote games. The face of, I don't know, Jordan Spieth doing the new golf game.
Well, they rolled out Pele last year for
God, it was
for FIFA, and it fell flat.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if you have got this, and it's a real sort of all-out event focused just on EA, just on EA games, just on their titles, maybe some new stuff, some interactive stuff people can get involved with, and not just standing on stage and doing a bit of a presentation to the press. It's a lot more interactive. You're going to engage with your customers, with your consumers, and that's ultimately what's going to make your your name better and appeal to more people.
Yeah. And I think it's important that it's the public are able to go to this and get hands-on with games earlier and so on, because it's all well and good you having your YouTube stars, your news people, whatever, going in and saying, I got to play FIFA this 17, which will be at E3, or not E3, but you know what I mean. And say it was good and spout off on it. But if your mate goes to EA Play and says, played FIFA this year, it's way better than what we've just played this year, kind of thing. You're probably going to trust your mate more.
I think
and it helps spread the word in a different way to what happened before.
You're touching on, just elaborating that, but I think you've hit the nail on the head perfectly there. Press people are reporting purely from a objective point of view, how it looks, how it runs, exactly, whereas not just your mate, but you have a YouTuber, because YouTube people, that's all subjective stuff. When people do YouTube, like our stuff here, we're not doing it on fact, we're doing our opinions. And people now have found these YouTubers who, this guy thinks the same sort of thing I do, so when he says something, I'm going to listen to him.
Yeah.
And that's now what you're doing. Even if you can't go, all these YouTubers are now going, and they can...
You trust more on a Let's Play review than you would a magazine review.
Yeah, because it's like a personality now, isn't it? Yeah. So I think that's a big part about it, is you don't need, IGN or GameSpot or The Telegraph or whoever is properly going there to be for a professional. I mean, I think those people still definitely serve a purpose.
Oh yeah,
I think you need both, because you need someone to be looking at it with that technical eye.
Yes,
be objective to turn around and say, it's it looks amazing. However, it runs at 3 frames per minute, kind of thing. Kind of thing.
3 frames per minute. Wow, that's some patience.
But you know what I mean. As in,
I've seen flip books that go faster than that.
It can look great for all its graphics in the world, but if the picture never moves,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's nice to have it is nice to have a combination of, I think, information, whether it be technical as well as the feeling, the emotional side of the game. How does it play? How does it feel to everyday Tom, Dick and Harry?
So I think now is the most important question before we close up this episode. When are we booking our tickets to go to EA Play?
As soon as we get the invite from EA.
Did I not?
No, it's public now.
Did I not?
Oh yeah, of course.
Or read that they were going to be doing a simultaneous thing in the UK? Or am I thinking of someone else?
A similar event will held at London's The Mermaid on June 12th.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's
I suppose that would be a little bit cheaper. We could get
3 days before my birthday. Yeah.
We could go there.
Yeah.
Film an episode live,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
Yeah.
Becky won't mind that you're away for your birthday, will she?
No, I'll have to be back on my birthday because I've got a client thing at work.
Boo.
Yeah, I know.
So there we go. Exclusive. To celebrate our 2-year anniversary this year,
Yeah.
we will be doing an episode live from the Mermaid. Don't know where that is, but it's in London.
We should do it. What day of the week is that?
Oh,
I think that's
you
a
should know.
Sunday.
It's your
I
birthday.
think that's a Sunday. No,
It's
my
probably a Sunday, yeah.
my
That's,
birthday's on the 15th.
well, if they're running, yeah, that must be because it's the 12th to the 14th EA. So they're starting on a Sunday of their conference. So yeah, so it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday in America. So our thing's on a Sunday. So yeah, cool. So there we go. If anyone wants to join us in London, you are allowed.
Yeah.
I believe that's how it works. So yeah, we'll go to that. That's good.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see over the next couple of years with EA making this move, Sony making their move with PSX. Though it will really be interesting to see because you said this off camera. There's way too many conferences.
I think,
Yeah, way too
that's
many.
my opinion. I just think there are so many. I mean, I do follow them and I do try and keep up with them, but it just seems like every other week or every other month there's, Gamescom or Paris Games Week or, London Games Week or whatever is going on. There's always just something happening.
I think it's a smart move when like developers and so on occasionally take them off.
Wait, there's only so many games that you can release in a year.
Exactly. So you're only going to be talking about the same stuff forward as like, oh, by the way, you know that character that we showed you at E3? We've now put a hat on him.
Yeah.
Well,
It's basically like the level of what improvements you can make between certain conferences.
Well,
So
that
it's
was
just like
yeah.
take some of them off and just like come back when you have some actual news.
Well, that's what Shu said about PSX, when everyone was like, we talked about it, I think, at the time, at the turn of the year, but that PSX was a bit underwhelming. There was no big AAA announcement. That's because they'd already told them all, because they'd already been at E3 and Paris Games Week and TGS and
Yeah.
whatever else they'd been to.
Yeah.
They'd
Yeah.
run out, like, this was the time
Yeah.
where they could show their smaller stuff that would appeal to their fans rather than. And that's another thing about EA is now they can show their, if they're going to do more of these Unravel type of games, these smaller games,
Yeah.
they can show them off. You don't. When you're doing a news conference, it has to be big and
Yeah, but
exciting.
this could be a stand over here for this, a stand over there for that. So you can have your smaller games here. You can have your sports stuff here. You
Yeah.
can have your FIFA, your new golf game, your NFL, your whatever it is going on. You can have different booths, different stands, and people can just move around a bit like sort of Comic-Con and just sort of go wherever and see different things.
Exactly.
And that is probably why they're doing it.
Good time to end there, I think.
Cool.
And while you mentioned football, congratulations to the Carolina Panthers for winning the Super Bowl.
Oh,
It's you're
That's
going to
a
realise
bold one.
you're either going to realise that we film it before Sunday, or you're going to be like, yes, congratulations to them.
One of the two.
So how about you say congratulations to the other team, and then I'll cut out whichever one we say.
All right, fair enough. Well done, Peyton, for winning your second Super Bowl. Enjoy your retirement.
Yeah, there we go. Ash, want to add anything to those comments?
What's Super
Go sports.
Go food.
EA.
That's a good point. I need to go to the
It's in the
supermarket.
game.
I need to go to the supermarket now and go and buy all my food for Super Bowl Sunday. It's basically.
Have you both got the day off tomorrow or something? Or?
No, I haven't.
I do.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
You
But,
always do every year,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, he's sensible. I
What
just,
time does it finish?
like 4 in the morning.
Wow.
Well, it depends on how well they play.
But yeah,
4 in the morning.
it's fine. Anyway, we're still recording. We should probably end.
Oh
the
yeah,
show.
sorry.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Let us know in the comments down below what you think about the announcement with EA and also Bethesda being there. What's going to be at Bethesda's conference? Do you think that E3 and Gamescom and all this will continue, or will we see more of these EA Play type events? But for now, Dan, Ash, thank
Cheers,
you.
guys.
Just guys.
And everyone out there, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.